welcome, and thank you for being here. You can rest as much as you want. Really, the movement is just one part of the practice. So the stretching, the poses, just one part. There's the breath and the quiet and the attention and the awareness and sense withdrawal, etc. Those are all parts of the practice. So if you decided to be still and be in Shavasana the whole time, it truly would be on a very advanced practice. It's not easy to get quiet and get still. All right, I'll keep my phone here in case Sherry's having an issue. And once you get yourself comfortable, you might like to take hand to belly and hand to heart. Just connecting to your breath, noticing your inhales and exhales. And I shared this passage yesterday in class, but I wanted to share it again with you. It's so, just has a good message to it. A psychologist walked around a room while teaching stress management to an audience. As she raised a glass of water, everyone expected they'd be asked the half empty or half full question. Instead, with a smile on her face, she inquired, "How heavy is this glass of water?" Answers called out ranged from 8 ounces to 20 ounces. She replied, "The absolute weight doesn't matter. It depends on how long I hold it. If I hold it for a minute, it's not a problem. If I hold it for an hour, I'll have an ache in my arm. If I hold it for a day, my arm will feel numb and paralyzed. In each case, the weight of the glass doesn't change, but the longer I hold it, the heavier it becomes." She continued, "The stresses and worries in life are like that glass of water. Think about them a while and nothing happens. Think about them a bit longer and they begin to hurt. And if you think about them all day long, you will feel paralyzed, incapable of doing anything. It's important to remember to let go of our stresses, to be willing to put all our burdens down and develop self-care strategies so that we can approach our challenges and stresses with more presence, calm, and clarity. Remember to put the glass down." You might take a big exhale. We come to yoga to practice presence and to create some calm and to become more clear and more aware. And hopefully to leave some of the burdens that we don't need. We learn to let go a little bit. It is a practice. Let your body breathe in and out. If you have one hand on heart and one hand on belly, you might switch the hands. You can also change the shape of your legs at any time, making yourself comfortable. And then awareness back to each breath. Notice if your mind has wandered, come back to your breath. And you might take a scan of your body from head to toes. Is there any place that maybe could relax 10% more? Maybe you're holding something from the day and you could allow it to soften. Bring both hands to touch at heart center, noticing how it feels after a few moments of being instead of doing. And we'll be grateful that we got to be here today together to practice conscious breathing, awareness, and some gentle movement. And from our hearts out, let's send something good out into the world to someone or someplace. Releasing your arms. You can take them in Shavasana or a T shape if that feels okay. And we're going to take the neck in the teeniest, tiniest little turn, just going a few or a couple of inches to the left and the right. Barely moving. Take it nice and slow. You can imagine letting your head release and be heavy into this support, the pillow or the blanket. And you can stay with this distance, or you can go a little bit farther. And you might feel the occipital bones, kind of the base of your head. You can feel that one and then the other, like getting a little massage from turning the head. Staying with this middle distance, or maybe now letting your head roll all the way to the left and the right. Not trying to get farther than, or trying to think, oh, I need to go more. You don't. Just go where it feels good. Nice and slow, one more in each direction. And when you come back to center, you're going to bring your arms into goalpost shape and then rotate them so they go down, palms toward the ground. And we're not forcing the hands or the forearms down. We are just finding the range of motion that the shoulders have today, internal and external rotation. Feel free to change your legs at any time. I have mine just out and relaxed in Shavasana, but you can bend them if that feels better. Take the next two really slow. Slow the movement way down. And let's try a few opposite. One arm is down as the other is in the open position, and then you can switch. And we'll pause in the open position. If that feels like too much, take your arms back into a T or in Shavasana shape. And then you'll turn your head to the right any amount and pause. Just allowing a gentle stretch. Coming back through center. Take a breath in center. Roll your head any amount to the left and pause. Coming back to center, bring your arms. You can place your hands on your belly. Taking a few full breaths, maybe the belly will rise and fall. You can allow your belly to soften. You'll feel the rib cage as well. Expanding and releasing. You might leave your hands here, or your arms can be in Shavasana or T shape, whatever feels good. And you'll bend your knees. We're going to do a little bit of work with the hips. So the right leg will go out and come back up. Then the left leg out and back up. And then both legs apart and together. You'll have to use a little bit of core work when you take one leg at a time so that you don't tip over. Slowly, one leg, then the other, and then both at the same time. Adjust your feet as needed. We'll take one more set where each leg goes and then both legs. And draw your knees into your chest. Pause, take a couple of breaths here, hugging knees toward chest. And then legs and arms up into resting bug. We'll circle ankles and wrists. Noticing the pace of your movement always and allowing it to be super slow today. It's hot. It's been per usual, busy, busy. And you can keep your arms up if you'd like. We're going to do 3 times with the legs where heels touch and feet turn out. Heels touch, feet turn out, and we bend the knees. You can push the heels together as much or as little as you'd like, and then straighten your legs up. Bend knees, push heels together any amount, and then up. And last one. And releasing the legs. Grab your 2 pillows and we'll take Supta Baddha Konasana. So we'll bring the pillows to support hips and thighs. Soles of the feet touch. Legs are supported. Hips supported. Some choices for the arms. The cactus arm is going to be the loudest part, the loudest choice. That's make a hint of a back bend here. You could do a T. You could take Shavasana arms. You could even turn your palms down and rest them on the cushions. Let your eyes become very soft, relaxing the eyelids, all the muscles around your eyes, and space between your eyebrows. Allow your forehead all the way down through your jaw to relax. Unclench the teeth. Let your body breathe in and out. Pay attention to your breath. And you can notice if your shoulders are relaxed, fingers and toes relaxed. And then follow your breath, watching each inhale and exhale. We'll spend about 1 more minute here. You can use your hands to bring your legs together. And you might like to stretch your legs out. You can also reach your arms up and over. You can stay long with your toes toward the sky, heels down. This is a very active reaching stretch. Or you could take a softer one, starfish, where the legs and arms are relaxed. But just taking up some space. Notice your front ribs. And just kind of think about them down more than up. You're not forcing them down, but you're thinking down more than up toward the sky. Another 3 breaths here. You'll draw your knees in now toward your chest, and you're going to focus on the movement or just the area of your low back. And I want you to notice that area when you hug the knees in, how it flattens out. And then when you take the legs away from the body a little bit, there's a little arch in the low back. So you draw the legs in and out. Maybe feeling some movement or awareness in your lumbar spine, your low back. Continue with this movement in and out, or if you'd like to do a circle, you can switch to circles. You could go back and forth between a circle and then in and out. Make your own flowing movement. If you're doing some circles, maybe take a few in the other direction. And we'll release, bring the feet down to your mat, knees bent. We're going to try to recreate the movement of the lumbar spine, the low back, just by moving the pelvis. So I'm going to exaggerate it so that you can see. Your arms can be anywhere. Just have mine out of the way. So you press your low back down and you'll notice that tilts your pelvis. And then you go the other way and you arch your low back off the mat. Now my hands fit underneath. Moving the pelvis, pressing low back down. And then moving the pelvis so that the low back arches. It's small. It looks like you're doing absolutely nothing. I'm trying to make it big and I don't really love it. So I'm going to make it small, as I think that feels better in the body, a little safer, not in a giant back bend. Many of us deal with occasional or a little more than occasional lower back stuff. Give some TLC right here. One or two more times. And then you'll pause, finding a neutral place. Let the feet go a little bit wider and allow your knees to fall together. So we take this kind of tripod leg, letting the pelvis be still, imagining some space across your low back, sacrum. And you can rest your arms, or if you'd like, you can take a very slow conductor arm, letting the arms float around. You might end up making a couple of circles, slow, slow. Releasing your arms anywhere that they're comfortable. We'll spend a few more breaths right here. Tripod legs. Be instead of do. And you'll bring your legs back to neutral. So feet on the ground, knees toward the sky. And we're going to take a few very slow motion bridge poses, thinking about the work that we just did. And you can always take your pillow out or add it in, whatever you need for your head and your neck. But we'll press the low back down first, then lift the pelvis. Then lower down, bring the hips down, and then tilt the pelvis so that there's a little curve off the mat with your low back. Then we go all the way, flatten the back, lift, lower hips, tilt, and create the curve. We'll just do that one more time. Flatten, lift, find the butt muscles, lower, and arch. And see if you can find neutral, happy place. Press the feet down. And let's lift up into bridge. Let your arms float up and over. And exhale, lower down. We'll take a few bridges, lifting and lowering. Follow your breath. They do not have to be big. I just encourage you to explore. Connect through your heels a lot and use your strong legs and butt. Finish the one you're on and take one more. When you come down, I want to give a choice. We're coming into either supported bridge or legs up the wall or legs on a chair. I don't want you, I should have said that in the beginning. I don't want you to run downstairs and get a chair and come back. So if you have your pillow, supported bridge is plenty. But if you wanted and you have it handy, you could do legs up the wall or legs on a chair. Arms, any shape that feels good. If you are on your cushion, your feet can stay on the ground. You can come back into tripod legs, or you can let your legs float up. We're going to spend several minutes today in an inversion. You can always change the legs, okay? Don't suffer. Let it feel good. Several means 12 in my world. We're not staying for 12 minutes. So maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. A few plus. Putting the glass down. If your mind is very busy here, I would like you to consider just saying to yourself on the in breath, in, on your out breath, out. In, out. We'll take about 1 more minute here. Change your shape if you need to or would like to. And slowly coming out of the inversion, you'll want to bring yourself back down onto your mat. Take your time if you're with legs on the chair or legs up the wall, slowly transitioning, coming back onto your mat. Pausing with your pelvis down. Feet on the ground. And we'll take a gentle twist. I would like to give a couple of options today for the twist. You can have pillows handy to support the legs. One option is to take the feet a little wider and just drop the knees over. So this is a slight rotation. You'll also get a little opening on the front of the thigh, hip, and you can still support. You can make the pillow leg stack, right? It's My legs are supported here. Or if it's nice today, you draw the legs in and you take a gentle twist. Arms can be in a T. You can turn your head the opposite way of your knees, or just look up at the sky. No matter the twist of choice, we come into the breath and we notice, oh, it's a little more challenging because things have gotten a little squished. So just let the breath meander, graceful breath in and out, even in the twist. Full breath in and out. One more time. Full breath in and out. Make your way back to center, switching your props to the second side. You do not have to do the same twist on the second side, but your options again, or a couple options. Feet wide, knees drop to one side, adding support or not, or drawing your knees in and taking them to the other side. Arms in a T or anywhere they're comfy, and your neck also comfy, looking the opposite way of knees or looking up to the sky. Nice breath in and out. Two more full breaths on this side. And you'll come back to center. One more time, we'll stretch out either into Starfish with relaxed legs and arms, or legs out, flex the ankles, reach up and over. That's an more active stretch. Try to keep the ribs down so we're not in a back bend. We spend a few breaths here, so you could take both variations, the active reach and starfish. You have time. Few more breaths. And then you'll bring your arms down. We'll set up for Shavasana. I'm going to do a little guided meditation today, and then there will be quiet time at the end, but make sure that you support your body, adding any props that you need. I love the pillows under the thighs. Definitely like a little support under the head and the neck. Once you get situated, you can allow your eyes to close. Your next few exhales, letting the body just settle, release, surrender. And we'll do point of light meditation, guided meditation, and then after it ends, you'll just have some moments to rest in quiet. Point of light, you use your imagination to see a point of light, and I'm going to direct you all around the body. You can see a candlelight, a sparkling light, a star, a flame, whatever it is for you. It might even be a color or a flower. And we'll begin point of light at the crown of your head. Point of light at the space between your eyebrows. Point of light at your throat. Point of light at your heart. Point of light at your left shoulder, left elbow crease, left wrist, palm of your left hand. Point of light at your heart. Point of light at your right shoulder, right elbow crease, right wrist, palm of your right hand. Point of light at your heart. Point of light at your navel. Point of light at the base of your spine. Point of light at your left hip, left knee, left ankle, sole of your left foot. Point of light at the base of your spine. Point of light at your right hip, right knee, right ankle, sole of your right foot. Point of light at the base of your spine. Point of light at your navel. Point of light at your heart. And you may choose to rest longer or take a few deep breaths coming right back into your body, into your space. Wiggle your fingers and toes. You might draw your knees in, or you might like to spread out in a full body stretch. When you're ready, please roll to your side, fetal pose. Pause there on your side. Breathe right into your back body, into your sides, into your belly and your chest. And bring yourself up to sit. Connect your hands to heart center. If you have a favorite glass that you use to drink out of, a cup or a glass or a mug, you can just think and see yourself physically putting it down. So we will remember and we can remind each other, put the glass down. Thank you for practicing this evening. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Take great care. Thank you.